Got a few stories from being aboard an old sailing ship for half a year, as well as some about the weird fucking people I've met working in the music industry. Here's a ship story to start. If you'll like it, I'll post more. Be me, 19 and want to travel. Apply for a deckhand position on old sailing vessel. Gonna skip the stories from the island I trained on for now, since that's another can of worms. Voyage going decent. Teaching elementary school kids about the boat and squids and shit. Pool night watch with the captain. Old ex-Navy fucker, so harsh but a generally good guy. Start talking with him since night watch is boring as fuck, nothing to do but stare at the water and drink coffee. Cap and I jaw about ghost stories, and he tells me the ship we're on is fucking haunted. Tells me ghost's name is Rose, she was the mistress of the previous captain. Says she was caught by the old captain's wife, and the wife made the captain throw her overboard. Says Rose drowned but her soul is stuck on the ship. Asked Cap what kind of shit she gets up to. Says she tries to bother him a lot, opening the door to his cabin, pulls the sheets off his bunk, whispers in his ear when he sleeps. Occasionally she'll fuck with the lights and shit as well when it gets too calm or stormy. Cap finishes his story and I decide to take a lap around the deck. So fucking bored. JPG. Suddenly the coffee hits me all at once. Club their wild. JPG. Desperately need to shit. Finally get there and it's fucking occupied. Knock and tell whoever is in there to get out. Groaning from inside the head. Damn, they must have to shit more than me. End up shitting over the side of the boat. Still got a wipe. Walked back to head to get TP. Head is vacant. Wipe and go back to meet the captain. Ask him who the fuck was in the head. Says he thought I was. Tell him what happened. Cap said nobody announced they were going above decks. Bring it up at crew muster. Nobody shat last night. Fucking Rose took a ghost shit. MFW. Alright, sailing Anon here. Gonna dump the training and a couple more stories from the voyage. Be me. Headed to island off the coast of New England for a crash course in sailing and navigation. Island used to be a granite mining settlement, so a couple ruins there to check out when we're not being drilled by instructors. First thing I see when I walk towards the bunkhouse I'm staying in is the town graveyard. Got to be like 50 headstones there, so basically the whole town died on that island. Between drills and exercises hear about the history from one of the mates. Apparently granite mining in the 1700s sucked dick. Miners would get particles of granite in their lungs and bleed internally to death. Fucking brutal. Etching. On free time, go on a hike with a guy I made friends with, called Hunter. Deserves a post all his own, the dude was strange as fuck. We check out all the ruins of the old mining shit around the island. Basically just wooden beams and some rusted out winches and shit. Get back to the bunkhouse for lights out. Pass out immediately. Have a dream about being in a mine, throwing up blood. Wake up desperately needing a piss. The bathroom is an outhouse about 300 feet from the bunkhouse, and you could see the cemetery from the path. Throw on my pants and grab the flashlight. Head out towards the outhouse and see a faint light over near the graveyard. I know there's nobody else up at this hour, so brain says ghost. Decide to piss on the side of the bunkhouse instead of the outhouse. Walk into the shadows and begin pissing. Light is getting brighter in the meantime. Hear scratching from the bushes behind me. Terrible choices between ominous bushes and ghost light, and me just trying to piss. Finish my piss and nope my ass back inside. Try to fall asleep but the blood vomit dream again. Next day Hunter tells me he had the same dream as me. Ask the mate and he says it's normal, should stop in a few days. Did that dream every night I was there. More Celine stories. About a quarter of the way through the voyage. Get woken up by the mother of all loud fucking noises. As Shollyclench.jpg, noise happens again and I jump and slam my head on the bunk above mine. Only slept was last night.png. Figure out it's the ship's foghorn, which is mounted right next to my bunk. Awake now, so decide to get some coffee and figure out what's going on. Get up on deck and immediately get soaked. It's pissing rain. Hilluva morning.tiff. Dug from the gangway into the galley. Run through the mess towards aft. Find the captain at the helm in a long raincoat looking like a damn pirate. Captain, what the fuck? Morning Anon, wake the crew, we're dropping sail. He yells. Check wind gauge. Wind speed is fucking 30 knots. Captain, I don't wanna sound like a broken record, but what the fuck? Relax Anon, it's gonna be fun. Wake crewmates and hold down, finally raise the sails and we shoot across the water like a bullet. I managed to vomit in my own face due to the wind. Turns out the storm was real fucking bad and we needed a safe harbor. Captain spends most of the day in the mess going over nearby ports we could dock at. Decides on this place in the middle of nowhere, runs all the watches himself. We do a series of really complex tacks and eventually end up in this bay. There's only 2 or 3 lights I can see, but definitely the outline of a town. I get to work securing the sails and this dude in foul weather gear motors up to the ship on a dinghy. Has got maybe 4 or 5 nets of mussels. Asks me to find the captain. Captain is passed out to grab the first mate. He asks her if she likes mussels. Mate says fuck yes. Guy chucks a net full of mussels onto the deck. Hands her a business card and says to call if we need anything. Motors off back towards a house that's standing alone on a hillside. Mate calls me over. Anon, look at this. Card is for the town's municipal services. Card has phone numbers for police, fire, and an ambulance company and the mayor's number. Everything but the mayor's number is cross-towned. Exchange looks with the first mate. She tries to ask the muscle guy if he's the mayor, but he's already gone. All this while it's still pouring rain. Cook tests the mussels, seem good. We eat mussels for the next week. Hate them things now. Weirdest part is that when we went back to catalogue our course, we figured out whoever took the bearings in that bay fucked up. No idea where we were. Captain looks for the card. Finds it, but all the ink has run off. Totally unreadable. I've tried to figure out where it was for years. Couldn't find it. Even asked the shipmate about it. She didn't remember the place.